we're gonna do it live with all the up the crotches and all that stuff. So.
I'm glad I got that out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go.
Warning. The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh no! Oh boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
I am ready with my glass of wine.
Whiskey.
Scotch whiskey.
Whiskey. So you're a whiskey guy also, Jordan? Like straight whiskey? Sam,
Scotch.
listen,
I like Scotch better. I know it's weird, but
Scotch.
it's smoother.
Is it really though?
To me, it is. I don't know.
It is.
I can drink it straight, no ice, stuff like that. Whiskey, I like to put ice in to like water it down a little bit. It's a little harder.
Sam, what's your favorite whiskey?
My favorite whiskey would probably have to be Knob Creek.
It's
You know,
a good choice.
the first time I drank straight whiskey,
I don't know. Hold on, let me go back. That Pendleton is another one that's like right there with Knob Creek.
I always like Woodford Reserve.
Yeah, Woodford Reserve. Oh my.
okay,
God.
what's that Wild Turkey?
Yeah, I will do Wild Turkey 101 all day long, brother.
Okay,
So-
I had Wild Turkey when I was like 21. I
Terrible.
was at this party. I was with my sister and her boyfriend at the time, and we come home and I'm drinking from the bottle, I think, and it hit
That's
me.
the only way to drink Wild Turkey.
Yeah,
I get out of the car and I fall. I mean, I just fall and my head hits the concrete. That's what's wrong with me, you know.
yeah, exactly.
My head hits the concrete, and it fucking hurts for God, dude. It hurts for days. I thought I cracked my skull,
You should
man.
have drank more Wild Turkey.
I quit drinking Wild Turkey because of that, but I like it. To me, Wild Turkey, it's kind of smooth. I heard it's like a cheap. Is it a cheap whiskey?
Yes.
No, Evan Williams would be a cheap.
You don't know.
It's a little.
I'd put Evan Williams above Wild Turkey all day.
Yeah, I'd say Evan Williams and then Wild Turkey, but they're
isn't that what you
really
had?
equal.
Isn't that what you had this weekend, Sam? Evan Williams.
Yes, sir.
And him and I were drinking that straight from the bottle. And you know what?
No, I had Jameson whiskey.
What's
Irish whiskey.
Okay, Jameson.
Yeah. I was like, we're gonna try to get in a fight.
Do you chase whiskey or do you drink it straight?
Straight. We did do some Mountain Dew because we had a can.
And it was good.
No, that's crazy you say that because the best thing to chase whiskey with is orange soda, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see that.
It's so good.
Anything citrusy will go great with it, and that's the reason why we have, like what's that whiskey drink?
Sour.
Old fashioned. That's the reason why
good.
oranges.
That's my favorite whiskey
oranges
drink.
are So
you splash a Coke in it. You call it old fashioned Sebastian.
Oh God! I'm gonna do that next time.
Let's splash Coke in there.
Energy drink in there.
Like, you name it old fashioned Sebastian. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?" I'm like,
You don't know what it is, dude. Come on, everyone knows what it is.
So when I
feel stupid,
you're not a real bartender.
Yeah, so when I was a bartender, the funniest thing is people would come up and say a weird name, and you're like,
I swear, Sam's had every job in the world.
Every job
in the world.
Every job.
Sam's done it.
So as a bartender, I know the classics, and then I know the normal mixed drinks, and then of course most people just do the normal mixed drinks, rum and Coke, and then like a beer, something simple. But every once in a while they come up and they say a weird name, and you're like,
"You'll back with a kick steel in the shoes," or
right, exactly, yeah, something like that. Boilermaker was one of them, and I was like, coming from the West Coast, we don't have Boilermakers as much. Right. So I was like, do me a favor.
Vegas, they don't have Vegas bombs, but they got them everywhere else.
Right. The Vegas bombs are just called bombs.
Yeah.
That's it.
A Boilermaker is a shot of whiskey dropped into beer, correct?
Correct. That's all it is.
Damn.
That's all it is.
Point for Jordan. Jordan gets a point. We're keeping points this podcast.
I don't have a lot of man points, so
I'm keeping points.
I gotta get them where I can.
But I would just ask them, hey, what's in it? That's it. If not, if they didn't know, this was the time before the internet and the phone on the internet, or internet on the phone. So I would just look at my little book real quick, and I was like, "Is it this, this, and this?" And I said, "Yep, absolutely."
How about Irish car bombs?
Yeah,
Irish car bomb.
That's American universal.
So good.
Yeah,
I mean, if you go to Ireland though and order an Irish car bomb, they'll be like,
they'll slap you.
I just don't
there's
know what that is. I was just trying
Yeah.
to do an Irish accent, but I can't even think of what this sounds like right now.
me Lucky Charms.
Hey, laddie.
Yeah.
One comes out Jamaican, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so yeah, they just
We did have fun at the Band Olympics. It was
Yep.
a great time. You know, I want to say something to Sam. I'm going to give Sam credit on this, okay?
Mhm.
I go the day before or the day we're leaving out. I want to dye my grays out of my beard. And Sam's like, yeah, just put some mascara on it. And I normally do with Sam, I kind of brush it off and don't pay attention. I'm like, yeah, whatever, dude. So I go to CVS and I go to buy some dye. And next to it is beard. It's called it makes
You
your
brush
beard
it
look
in.
thicker. I forgot what it's called, but it's by Beard Club. So I decided to buy it. It's a 1-day application. You can use it for 30 applications, is what it says. So I open it up, I pull the thing out, and it's literally fucking mascara.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, it is.
mascara brush, it's everything mascara. And I'm like, God damn it, Sam was right.
Yeah.
Just use mascara.
They just bottle it and put man shit on it, and you're like, yeah.
They market it differently. What else can I fucking
Well, I will
market
tell
that?
you a good example. You know, we just went shopping and we had to get some razors. And I said, honey, just get your razors that are on sale for X amount.
Yeah.
Or they had the Gillette razors, the Venus ones, right? And I said,
It's just got
same
7
fucking-
blades on that shit anyway.
That's it. All it is the fruity like color to it. And I was like, I don't care. I'll fucking paint it. I don't give a shit.
I looked at my wife's razor yesterday and I was like, there's 8 blades on here. I was like, if I shave it, it'd be awesome.
Dude, no, there is a difference because when I shave my
No,
head
sir.
with the female, it feels different. I think because their razors are softer.
Girls got a little more gel stuff on there, like
That's what it is.
around
Gel
the
shit.
thing. Yeah, they got a little
None of
more.
them have man gel stuff. I want
All
the
right,
gel
so-
stuff.
But the purpose is it still has
I shave
three
my head, Jordan.
Yeah.
3 freaking razor blades. It doesn't matter what it is. So if you can find a girl razor, Venus or any of those cheaper than the male one,
Your desire.
yeah, that's it.
I was waiting.
But Band Olympics was fun.
Wait, can I say something to Sam real quick? You said something to Sam. Can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
You're
course.
the worst fucking Jenga player ever.
Oh God! You know what's funny about that? So the funny thing about that, I said, Sebastian, let's go in here and just record us playing Jumbo Jenga. He's like, yeah, that sounds great. We go in there and literally the first piece that I move, it all falls down. I said, perfect. We ain't got to edit very much.
That was
Did
a
you
great
do that on
clip.
purpose?
No, sir, I did not do it on purpose.
Because I was watching the video and I'm like, it kind of looks like you might have at the very end done it on purpose.
I pulled it out too fast and it had
That's what you
splinters
said.
on it. Yeah, exactly. So it got a little caught on top of that. Remember, because I tried to hold it real quick and I was like, oh yeah, you can't touch it, because naturally you want to touch it. So
Yeah.
it was horror.
That
It was
funny,
good.
man.
Yeah, we had a
Band
great time.
Band Olympics, it was in Springfield, Missouri. There's 5 bands, and what they do is they play these games. My favorite to watch was the pickleball. I love the pickleball. The basketball one was fun. They had fouling, something like that. I don't know what they call it.
I don't
And
know.
they had
FOWL.
the where you toss the cornhole, and then the golf. Then the golf.
Oh,
thing.
that corn dog. I love it.
And then out of the 5 bands, the one who wins headlines, who gets the most points. So it's a point system. So Russ from Etch and Ember, singer of Etch and Ember, set this whole thing up. And you know what? For the first year, I think he said he lost money on it, but it was a success regardless.
No, he made a little bit of money, but he lost.
Good.
Yeah, he lost money on what he should have got from the venue, but they called it a wash and
good.
One of those kind of things. So he did make a little bit of money, but the most important thing that I loved about this whole event, and Jordan can contest to this, there's a decrease in people coming to shows. Plain and simple. People just don't go to concerts at all. This was a way for fans and bands to get together in an environment and actually hang out and talk, and outside of just signing autographs at the merch table or just selling merchandise and that kind of thing. It was a way for them to actually hang out together all day long and actually get to know their fans. And I thought it was the greatest thing ever because this is something that Russ wants to do nationwide. So if anyone's listening, and
I could see
granted,
it going big, man. I could see it going big.
We have a place over here that has cornhole and it could be any kind of yard games in general, just having fun and actually having fans show up way before the show on like a Saturday. Obviously, you can't do it on, say, a Tuesday night, but
Sure.
show up and actually participate and actually be a part of the fan band experience.
And people were there. I mean, and what's cool about it is a lot of times you go to, I wasn't like super packed, but there was a lot of, there was probably
125 people.
How many?
Yeah, 125 people.
I was probably over 100,
Damn
over
good.
100. Okay.
Yep.
What was cool about it is the last band was Discrepancies. And, I don't know that they had fans there that really knew them, but everyone stayed for the whole concert, the whole time. From the first band to the last band, it's like the crowd never really got smaller.
Well, there was
Oklahoma City.
Recently here, that's really good.
Sometimes people just leave when they after they see their band, but it was not like that here. And I thought that was super cool. And every single band put on a really good concert also.
Yep. So Russ made point that these are all bands that he really likes around the region that put on an excellent show. All these kind of the only one that was new, that was, new to the game, so to speak, was Hang Your Hate, because SXX can't play because they had to play in like May or something like that.
Yeah, SXX is awesome, man. I like that band.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and Will and Hunter from SSX was there to participate and watch the show.
They showed up and hung out.
They showed up. So
also shout out to Redefined.
Redefined.
Shout out to Redefined in the building right now.
Yeah,
Lord,
we took a shit and then wrote it in poop on the walls. Redefined.
And you know what? My cowboy hat's a fucking hit, dude.
It was.
I'm gonna wear that every single time. I was gonna try to wear it for the show, but I can't because of the headphones.
That's your new gimmick right there, man.
It looks cool.
You got to get one big enough to fit.
I went to a Mexican restaurant when I was in Kansas, and ice almost got me. No, they come up to me and they start speaking Spanish.
Ice almost got me.
Yeah,
I felt like it was mi familia.
I almost got picked up. They put me in the back.
We had a good time. There was, we walked around and did our man on the street.
I think Jordan would be good at doing man on the street stuff. Also,
oh, he would be too awesome for man on the street.
No, I think he would.
I'd clamp up. I'd be like,
that's a lie. That's a goddamn.
I don't think so.
We give you a little bit of whiskey.
The thing is, he's so tall, you have to adjust the camera.
Yeah.
No, I'm one of those guys that's every man's height.
You just talk to random people on the street.
Like I wear a size 10 and a half shoe, normal size of normal
interview
height.
people at the show.
Jordan's too tall, man. You have to bend down and talk to people.
I don't know. You interviewed Justin from Alborn. We forget how tall he is.
Yeah, he was sitting down when I talked to him, though.
Exactly.
Dude, so let's say before we play this video, we're gonna play it. But I walked in when he was checking in. I walked into the to where you check in at. I forgot whatever it's called there, the check-in desk.
Check-in. Yeah.
Check-in. And as soon as he looks at me, he goes, "This motherfucker."
Is he the vocalist?
He's the vocalist for Albarn.
Yeah, he's very tall. Very tall.
Very tall.
He's also very handsome.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh, you in Discrepancies?
Yeah. We may be needing a little nappy time before our show because it may be headlining. You know what I'm saying? This smells like cigarettes. Have you been smoking cigarettes into the microphone?
Yes.
Who have you been interviewing? An ashtray?
I do the questions and you answer what I say.
Okay. How are you?
All right, good. I'm good. Did you want me to play it from the beginning? Because
let's play it one more time.
I cut it out. I didn't know where you wanted, so I kind of cut some of that out.
I wanted you to like the walk up a little bit to it.
Oh, sorry. Can't do it.
It's fine. It's all right. It's all right. But
I'm a disappointment. Sorry,
and if you guys haven't found Alborn and some of their latest stuff that I found out this is stuff that's already on TikTok. They just re-released it on Facebook and it's been blown up. It's their little skit. It's their little skit stuff. Like peeing in the gas tank was the most recent one, and it's absolutely hilarious. They edited it.
Isn't it weird how that happens sometimes? If an algorithm picks it up, it could be a couple years old. The algorithm picks it up. All of a sudden, that's what I'm waiting to happen to us.
Yeah, I know. Like that's 10 years from now.
Yeah.
10 years from now,
we're all dead.
We'll all be dead. Yeah. We'll all be dead, and we'll be fucking stars, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. You're gonna
It'll
watch.
Be like, what was that? The Selena. It'll be like Selena.
Yeah, it'll be like Little Pete.
Little Pete. There you go.
She was famous before she died.
No, sir. She was not famous. And here,
Bitty,
funny
bitty,
story.
bum, bum.
All right, so funny story. Sam was supposed to book Selena for the county fair, and we did book her $300 for her and her band. We had no idea she was some girl and Tex-Mex from Texas, and I now look back and like, oh my God, she blew up to be a star, but she blew up to be a star after the whole
What?
English
I don't
album.
think so. I think that song was out. Okay, I'll look it. I'm not gonna look it up.
Sebastian, I've been promoting since 1996, sir.
Okay, well, you know,
She died
I'll
when?
take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, but I don't know. I'm not gonna Google it because I'll probably forget, and it
When
doesn't
did
matter
Selena
anyway.
get shot?
What? She
I
got
don't
shot
know.
by her
Yeah, when?
Manager.
when?
Yeah, well, someone Google it. Where's your Raven? Raven, you haven't even chimed in yet.
I don't
How
know.
come you're not in our chat group? We only have two actually. So
Uh-uh.
probably
One's
you
me.
two. Yeah, one's you.
Okay, before if she's looking it up, I do want from Diego's Facebook post. How many chuggas come before choo choo?
Depends.
That's what I think. It depends too. But I
It
think it's either
depends.
2 or 8.
There's 2 or 8. That you got it right on the head.
Or
Eight is usually
chugga. Wait,
8 is usually my go-to. That's usually my number.
Eight, yeah.
Chugga, choo choo.
Yeah, see, some people are putting 3 and shit. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like,
Diego, good
Mental.
post, by the way, Diego, for asking that
post.
question. But it can't be fucking 3. You can't go chugga, choo choo. That's stupid.
2 or 8. That's I'm 100% with you, Sebastian. I saw that too.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, there's like 2
I saw
depending
like
on what
3 and 6. I was like, ugh.
And unless you're like pissed off at someone, you go chugga choo choo, motherfucker. Like just one chugga choo choo, bitch.
Who's
I
doing
guess
that?
That would work because you don't want to do chugga choo choo, bitch.
Who's doing that?
That
Who's
sounds like a little
intimidating? Are there people fighting in the train yard? Like there's a guy motherfucker, like
chugga choo choo, motherfucker. Pop,
Yeah.
pop, pop.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
hits him with poles.
It also turns into a reggae song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
House on the beach.
Yep. All right, well, let's take a look at our first song for the night. We have a band called Versus Me with the song Worse Than You right here on the Loud Spot.
Let's go. You guys ever drink wine? Ever?
Yep. All the time.
So, it's like my neck. Either I'm getting fat
Fat
or
neck.
it's the wine. Like my neck starts sweating. Like sometimes, like under my like. I don't have any rolls, man. I don't have any rolls, but
I
my
got
neck
two.
just starts
Makes your
sweating,
neck
dude.
sweat. Is that why you're
Bro.
wearing a deep V right now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Is that why you're wearing that deep V?
He's trying to show his third nipple. That's what
He's
he's
trying
trying to do.
he's trying to make that
Kind of cool.
your neck be sweating.
I'm trying to look super
Gotta be
cool
the
over
wine.
here.
Gotta be because of the wine.
You don't think so? I think it is. I think the wine makes me
Yeah,
sweat.
because if you drink White Claw and all that, it doesn't do that. I've never, but I don't drink wine like that.
Yeah, I do.
Uh-uh.
I always sweat, dude. I swear every time we're sitting here, but it could just be the room. I don't know. But I feel like I sweat when I drink wine, man. I think the wine kind of now they say alcohol actually cool. What does alcohol do? Does it make you lower your body temperature?
No, it makes you hotter.
No, it makes you hotter because you sweat more.
No,
Always
I don't
makes
think
you
so.
hotter.
Hold on. I think that's why you feel warmer because I think your body temperature. Let me look it up.
Made me
All right.
hot.
I'm looking at
Man, he's hot just looking at you. He says that's what he's.
Already hot.
It,
Didn't even finish my drink.
alcohol, yeah, alcohol will thin out your blood.
Okay. Alcohol consumption lowers body temperature. While you might initially feel warm due to the blood flow to the skin, this is superficial effect. Alcohol actually disrupts the body's ability to regulate temperature, leading to a drop in core body temperature. Boom! AI Google told you so.
Yeah.
1 point. I get a point. I get a point. One for me, one for Jordan, and Sam has none.
I have not.
Same
But-
Well, unless he's right with Selena. Now, if Sam's right with Selena.
all right, why don't you Google that right now?
She died in 1995, March 30th, or something like that.
Oh wait, I was off. So I've been
so Sam's negative.
no. So that means I started like at 19. I was a actually I was a freshman in high school when we were doing the county fair committee.
Selena did not die before she got famous. She was already successful Tiana singer and had a devoted fan base when she was tragically murdered in 1995.
How about this?
To achieve further mainstream success with her first English language album, "Dreaming for You," which was released post Posthumously. What does that mean? Posthumously.
Humously.
Posthumously?
Before they
sir.
made hummus, she came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, before hummus was invented.
Why you got to bring the Jews in this? Why you gotta
What
bring
year
the
did
Jews?
Dream for You come out? What year did Dreaming?
So real quick, we had her $300 again, $300 for a 30-minute set.
Okay. Sam gets a point. I'm gonna give Sam a point here because Dreaming for You album in 1995 was released a few months after Selena's death. So she was already famous in Mexico.
No, for Tex-Mex, like San Antonio, yeah, all the borders. Like I knew nothing about her. Hey,
She was already famous in Mexico.
Yeah, so, but I will tell you, after the English album came out, I was like, oh shit, we just had a legend with us, and of course, I think Jennifer Lopez helped with that whole thing. Like the whole movie was awesome. So
It's so hard not to South Park her right now.
why? What do you mean?
It's because it's extremely racist. No, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very hard.
Puerto Rican, so it's fine. You get a pass, bro.
Oh.
You get a clip. We don't have it. We don't have a clip. But she's Puerto Rican and I'm Puerto Rican, so they can't get mad. It's like, you can't get mad if another person of the same culture.
Jennifer Lopez is Puerto Rican?
Yeah, what you thought she was Mexican, fool?
I didn't know.
She's Mexican.
I don't know this. I'm very ignorant on people's ethnicity. 100%.
She ain't no Mexican.
Straight up. I met a white dude one time and I offended him with a joke because I did not realize he was Cuban and he was white like me.
Well, because is Jennifer Lopez Puerto Rican?
Yeah, I think Puerto Rican or one of those.
Honduran. She's Honduran. I don't know.
Jennifer Lopez's parents, Guadalupe Rodriguez and David Lopez, were both born in Puerto Rico.
Exactly.
Like most of my grandparents.
Look at
exactly.
that.
See, I relate to them because most
you're famous Puerto Ricans.
Dude, did you know that until just like this last month or so, if your grandparents or great grandparents were born in Italy, you had automatic Italian citizenship. My great grandmother was born in fucking Italy. I could have been an Italian citizen this whole time and moved there without a visa because I would have had citizenship.
Oh,
all right, so I will tell you,
family.
Sebastian, you can go off and talk about Puerto Rico all you want to, but you're a U.S. citizen, sir, because you were a part of the
I could have been an Italian citizen. Well, you also can't deport me because you can't deport people to Puerto Rico.
No, exactly. The U.S. citizen.
It's U.S. territory. But, dude, I could have also been an Italian citizen this whole time.
You could have been.
Fuck, man. They just
could have hung
changed
out
that
with
law,
Jackson.
too, I think because of Donald Trump or some shit. I'm
You
like,
could have had
fuck,
some real
man.
authentic stuff.
I was about to move to Sicily and fucking kumbaya out there and shit.
He's
man.
like,
I would have been talking like this.
All the time.
Beep.
That's right. Oh, we missed Jackson. Where are you at, Jackson?
I told him that one time. Beep. He didn't think it was that funny. I don't think.
No, he didn't.
He kind of just laughed it off and moved on to the next topic.
Yeah, he was like, aha. So.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
but he does think pineapples go on pizza.
Yeah, he does.
I think it does too.
I didn't think it does.
There's not a lot that don't go on it.
Yeah, you can put whatever you want on it. So
you can't put candy on it.
But like what you can't put is a guy in the. Well, what you can't put is a guy in the back of a squad car and not check his pockets, like this guy right here.
I saw this.
Here we go,
boys. They got me. They got me for doing the biggest wheelie this town's ever seen.
Hey, who are you talking to?
My phone.
You have your phone?
Yeah, you didn't check my pockets. I got a beer too.
You think that's real?
I don't know. I
how would you sneak a beer into the cop car? Because they check your pockets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sneak a beer because they put you in handcuffs.
There's no way.
You know,
anyone handcuffed.
Yeah, I would say if you didn't check his pockets, you are a bad cop.
Anytime I've been in the back of a cop car, my hands were behind my back.
Okay, have you ever been in a cop car though and tried to kick the windows out?
No.
I did do that. I did do that. Listen,
well, I take that back. I did, but I'm not going to talk about it on the podcast.
I'll talk about it because it's fine. So we got arrested.
It was in Mexico. How about that? It was in Mexico, so it was just like there.
I was drunk. No, actually, I wasn't drunk. It was my buddy's birthday party, his 21st birthday party. I was actually sick, and the cops came to my apartment. I mouthed off, of course, like I always do. I'm on the lease, so they put me in jail because he's not 21 till midnight.
Oof.
Right.
The cops already didn't like me for making fun of them for believing that I was cooking meth in my apartment, and they went and checked, and I was like, you idiot! Do I look like I do drugs? So, anyways,
They said
so
yes.
then like a couple days later, the same cop comes over. He's like, "You're going to jail, motherfucker." So I go in the back of a cop car, and I'm with my buddy Halden, and he's like, "Dude, let's act like we're kicking the windows out. Maybe we'll get on TV." I'm thinking it's a fun idea, so we start kicking the windows.
That's
Right?
a horrible idea.
I know. But
You're looking at poor Jordan. It's like, that is a bad idea.
Listen, this lady cop comes over and she opens the door. She goes, "Dude, stop kicking the windows." And Halden goes, "Only if I could take you out on a date when I get out of jail." She says, "Okay, fine." Slips him her phone number in his pocket. He calls her the next week. They actually went out on a date. They went on a few dates. Like they dated for like, I don't know, like a month or something like that. True fucking story, dude.
And this is why I quit the police force. This is why I quit the stupid stuff like this.
And then they put us in the same jail cell for the night. No, this story gets better. Okay, in the same jail cell. Well, they give us bologna sandwiches. None of us want bologna, so we're throwing the bologna at each other, right? So they separate. And not only that, there's a collect one of those payphones in the cell. We're prank calling people, collect calls all times of night. They finally separate us.
You only get one though,
huh?
You only get one collect call.
No, there was a phone in the fucking in our cell. There was a phone.
I know. How did you pay for it without collect call?
1-800 collect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it kept on ringing. So check this out. The very next morning, I'm the first one to go because I wasn't drunk. I didn't contribute. I was sick. I had a little bit of the flu. So they let me go. Right. And so I go. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to get home? It's like 40 minutes from where I live. I don't have my car. Right. I don't even have any clothes. I went to jail my boxers, so they gave me some fucking jail clothes to wear.
Nice.
So I'm out. And this lady goes, this nice old lady, she goes, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I got to go back to Vacaville." She goes, "Oh, you know what? My son's in jail, and I'm going back to Vacaville also. I'll give you a ride home." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So she just bails her son out of jail. David Wade is the motherfucker that I went to jail for because he jumped on a car and punched a windshield out, and it was his 21st birthday party at my apartment. So his mom.
Oh, who's David Wade?
Okay, David Wade. It was his birthday party.
He went to jail that night too.
He went to jail with us also. But so him and some other guy didn't get along, and I was sleeping this whole time. David Wade, the guy goes to leave. David jumps on his truck and punches out his windshield.
Okay.
So one of the neighbors called the cops, which is why the cops came. Because I lived in the apartment, I was over 21. I got contributing alcohol to a minor.
Right.
So, okay, follow me. So David comes walking out of jail. It's his fucking mom. And now she doesn't want to give me a ride home all of a sudden because it's my fault her son's in jail.
Oh,
okay. She offered it to you?
No, she still gave me a ride home.
Oh,
God. She
God.
know, but dude, she was fucking the whole time. She went from being this nice, sweet old lady to like, fuck this brown motherfucker.
What you guys don't realize.
Well, the thing is, it was his 21st birthday. The cop showed up at 11. He was 21 at midnight.
Yeah. That's trash.
So what you guys don't realize is Sebastian ended up serving his mom in a reach around and some
at the service. I
can't
can't believe you were kicking out windows and stuff like that, being like suspended and all that.
Like we were. They didn't put any extra charges on us. And the whole reason why the cops really want to arrest me is a few days before, I was in front of my apartment drinking a 40, and the cop drives by and goes, "You can't drink that out here." I said, "It's private property. I can do whatever I want."
Yeah, it is.
And he goes to drive away, and I said real loud, "Good thing you didn't find all that meth I'm cooking upstairs." And so he stops his car. This is a cause to now search my apartment.
Yeah.
So he searched my apartment, and he's in there, and I said, "You're so dumb, dude. Do I look like I fucking do drugs? Get the fuck out of my apartment."
Yeah, the answer would be yes.
And it was the same fucking cop that was the first one on the scene.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Because he knew it was you that he was coming for.
Yeah, probably. 100%. And then the lady cop was there that my fucking roommate took out on a date. So
100% knew he was about to slam you on the ground. He was like, "I'm about to whoop his ass."
Good story though, man.
That's a wild time, bro. I've got some ones where I should have been in jail. Like you actually went to jail. There's many times I've been to jail or should have been to jail. Many.
All right. Well, before you do, let's take a look at our next song right here on the last spot from Sleep Theory.
You know, I really like that song. I don't like the band name Sleep Theory.
Right.
Because it's another theory. There's fucking every theory in the world. It's not really original, you know. It all started with Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory album. And then everything's theory all of a sudden. It's cool to be a theory. Jordan theory, fucking redefine theory, the loud spot theory, fucking everything's theory, tongue theory, fucking whatever.
It's a good band though. It's a good band.
No, that song, I don't know that I know any of their other stuff. I've heard their name, but I really do. I really dig that song. It comes in waves. It comes in threes because bad things do happen in threes. That's what they say. Tragedies happen in threes.
So their last radio song was "Song in My Head." So, and every time I hear that, it's like, God damn, this song's gonna be stuck in my head all day.
Oh, it's called "Song in Your Head" too.
Yeah.
You know what needs to be on the radio? "Happy Song" by Eshton Embers.
That's right.
But it's kind of past its prime already. It's already like a year old now or whatever.
Yeah, it's a year old.
Okay. Can you still push it though if it's not like
no?
Record companies can always pick them up and re-push it and relabel it, rebox it.
Yeah, so we try to push it on with Jose and Vinny from Octane, but they said no. They said it's not good.
You know what? Because Jose, dude, I don't know, man. Look, I don't know anything about that dude. But I don't get him, man. I don't know. I don't get him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't either. At the end of the day, I don't get a lot of people that.
Do you think that because he didn't discover them or whatever? Like, is he the one that decides who gets played and who doesn't get played?
Him and Vinny do decide who gets played,
and they didn't like "Happy Song." That's such a good song.
Yep. And Sebastian was singing "Happy Song" when Eshton Embers played that. He's like, "Happy Song." Yeah, exactly.
About moving on, but about holding on, but those days are gone.
All right.
I want to sing a happy song. Okay.
Let's talk about the happiness of dire wolves.
No, but you know what the cop story should have led into?
All right.
Weezer wife.
Yeah. Sebastian, we didn't have time, so we just moved on.
Nah, we go back to that real quick though.
That'd been great.
The Weezer wife lady. What's her name?
It doesn't matter. Weezer wife lady.
Doesn't matter.
Her name was Jonas. You know
what's funny about that whole thing? So she goes to jail for like not putting a gun down when the cops are chasing after some other suspect.
Right.
She's a little bit crazy, is what I've heard, because she's not all there.
I would say she's part of the Weezer family. So
they got her for attempted murder, is what she went to jail for, on $1 million bond, which she bonded out. But what the the funny part about it is Weezer is still playing Coachella.
Oh yeah, they'll still be there.
Tomorrow.
And boy said, "We're still making noise." Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
When I said she got arrested, my first thought was, "Say it ain't so."
Yeah. So the whole big thing about this, CHP, California Highway Patrol, was in a pursuit with a guy. They bailed. They went across her property. Cut across her, like hiding her property. She came out with the gun to protect herself and her family. But she had uniformed officers show up, and she decided not to drop the gun. And that at the end of the day, you have guys at the end of the day, if you have uniformed officers with guns telling you to drop the gun, drop the gun. I know you're trying to protect your property.
Do you think? And she did get shot. I was gonna say, if you think she was black, she would have got shot. But she did get shot. She did get shot. But she was shot in the shoulder. So
yeah,
she was shot in the shoulder.
It was yeah.
If she was a minority, would she have been shot in the head? That's what I'm trying to say.
Did they search the house?
I know they did not, because
they shot her ass though.
I was about to say, yeah, they did do that. I didn't know if they'd searched the house and stuff. Probably
they might have done a quick walkthrough or something like that just to make sure.
What if a cop like shoots her and says, "I'm gonna shoot you again. Show me your titties first."
Oh, Christ! I knew it was going with nipples or something like that.
Fucked up cops out there.
It's Nipples Fridays. There are fucked up cops out there. And
I know there's one cop in Oklahoma City. He got arrested for like fucking taking prostitutes and fucking raping them. And then
why are you laughing about this on top of that?
I don't know, dude. It's just stupid. It's not my fault I'm laughing. And he was like an Asian cop. You imagine some fucking Asian cop rolling around fucking raping prostitutes. And then like, I don't know if he like put him back out on the street or if he brought him to jail.
He's like, show me that dim sum. Show me that dim sum. So, all right. Let's talk about the dire wolves returning back to population after 10,000 years. Now, my problem I have with this, they are not actual true dire wolves. They are just gray wolves with the alternate DNA.
Okay, which makes them a dire wolf, I think, right? Okay,
it does not.
Now, people are complaining about, though. You know what the biggest complaint is?
Mm-hmm.
is this, and I fucking hate it. It's
Right.
why are you focusing on extinct animals instead of focusing on animals that are endangered? My answer to that is, let's start your own fucking science company then.
Exactly. Yeah,
If you're
There's
that
a reason-
concerned, go
There's
figure
a
out how to do
reason
it
they all
yourself.
went extinct. I don't think
Someone figured it out. So if you're that concerned, go start your own company and do it your way.
So Jordan, we were talking about the T-Rex. Is like, bring back the T-Rex after the mammoth thing. Which, by the way, it's the same company that's bringing back the woolly mammoth. By the way, it's the same company.
Same company.
Same company. So the dire wolf is just a bigger white.
I would have picked a way
white.
cooler animal than a dire wolf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I
woolly
would've.
mammoth is cool. Woolly mammoth is cool. I give him that. But
Really?
dire wolf, I would have put like the dodo bird, maybe.
The dodo bird was stupid in general. Didn't fly. It just fucking ran around. And
so
you have
what, dude? It's way cooler than a freaking dire wolf. We
dire
already have
wolves will
wolf.
kill you. Well, we saw with the Game of Thrones. There was dire wolves in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but how they're like super big.
They're tall. They're tall. Really tall.
Okay,
like,
what's another extinct animal that'd be super cool to bring back besides a dire wolf? I'm
Jordan?
drawing a blank, so I don't know.
Jordan?
None of them.
Come on, Jordan.
None of them?
Jordan,
No.
do you know one
I'm
extinct animal?
I'm one of those people that's not into the extinct thing. I think there's a reason they fucking died and that they should be dead. If the human race went extinct, don't bring us back. We fucking are a plague.
Exactly.
No,
I agree with this.
Just to be honest, I mean, like,
Dude, I think you know what I think though. I think that when we die, because the way science is going, we're all gonna get brought back to life.
That's right. They're like, let's bring that the whitest Puerto Rican ever, and then Sebastian shows up.
And you know what? I think that we're all gonna be brought back to life, and I also think we could be, dude. You ever watch Black Mirror?
Oh yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
So there's a new Black Mirror, and there's this guy that's like, there's like this AI thing, and I'm like, what if we're AI? Like, what if we are not AI? What if we're like part of a game that we're just so intelligent because the system makes us this way,
right?
And we just can't get out of our system because that's why there's outer space. But we're really on someone's computer screen. Like, what if we're just fucking?
Well, it started. So it started with Lawnmower Man, that movie Lawnmower Man. You know, I like them potatoes. Wait, that's Sling Beat. Sorry.
Isn't that like the Matrix? Isn't the Matrix kind of
It's the
based on that?
Yeah, kind of. It you know, we have Tron.
What are you laughing at, Jordan?
Because he thought goddamn Lawnmower Man was fucking slick. That's just
I didn't know Lawnmower Man.
Wrong guy. Well, Lawnmower Man was autistic too. So
that movie was before its time.
That the movie Lawnmower Man, like did he mow lawns?
No, so it was a Stephen King novel,
more than
and
that.
it was more than that.
I said it was more than that. When he said something about it was something about mowing lawns. I said no, it was more than that.
But it was also mowing lawns.
So he uploads his brain to the internet, to the web in general, and so yeah, it's Lawnmower Man. He's a autistic individual who does mow lawns. By the way, that's
there
why
was
they
a
call
computer
him
name on it.
He does mow lawns, Jordan.
I didn't know he did. I was lying.
So you didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch it at all.
Goddamn Stephen King non-reading.
I'm bluffing it. Yeah, I didn't read it or none of that.
I kind of want to watch it. So this Black Mirror, one of these episodes on Black Mirror is pretty much this guy creates this reality on like this computer, and instead of it being a game, they have like real feelings and emotions, and it's really fucking just bizarre, but it makes you think.
Right. I hate those movies too. By the way, I really hate those movies that make you think. Like at the end of it, you're like, God damn it, this could be real.
No, I love it. I love those.
Oh, you do? I hate them because
love them.
Tim doesn't like to think.
You know why? Because what do I have to do? Like on my daily basis of the show, other bands, I have to manage and book and think ahead and all these. Yeah. So I don't like to do that. I just want to sit and veg all day long. I wish I was Sebastian. I wish I was Sebastian.
I don't know, man. I do a lot of shit, dude. Did you know that I didn't tell you this, Jordan? Would have been cool if you were there. We were signing fucking autographs.
Yeah, we were signing
autographs.
Awesome.
So these
teenage
kids
Band O
and
Lympics.
whoever was buying these little things, that there were some basketballs for the Olympics. All the bands are signing it, and we got to sign some autographs. The radio station was there.
That stuff will make you feel
Q102, whatever. Those guys were cool, man. That chick and her boyfriend or husband or whatever.
Casey. Yep. Casey from Q102.
Yeah, there was everyone was
Radio Q102.
That's right.
Q102.
Did you guys see the
Asian.
whole thing? We're talking about dire wolves. Did you guys see the whole thing about the sharks?
Yeah.
Shark.
Okay, so here's the thing. Everyone has, they have to have some sort of communication, right?
Right.
So apparently they communicate by clicking their teeth.
Yes, they click
How
their
has this
teeth.
never heard it? With all this technology we have, how did no one ever hear this till now?
That's what I don't get.
Yeah, I think no one actually recorded it because I think
serious Jordan is. He goes, "Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get it. I don't understand that.
We should have.
You know, my whole worry about the whole thing, you're getting chomped on by a great white, and it's like click, 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 and it's like throwing up, you know, like a Morse code,
the shark signal.
Yeah, no Morse code for fuck you.
More
I got
sharks.
you.
Come on, this guy's fucking delicious. More sharks.
Do you think when one dog barks and another dog barks, like there's no language there? Like they don't.
Dude, wasps let off a special smell that attracts more wasps.
Really?
There's certain kind of wasps, maybe not wasps, yellow jackets or something.
I think if you kill one, it attracts more.
It alerts them. Like if they're around, if they smell it, they will come to that.
Well,
and
you fucking run, dude. You take down a wasp nest, get the fuck out of there.
I kill them when there's one building the nest, bro. I'm so on that shit.
I will too.
So on that shit. I look at my carport every day.
It's that time of year right now.
Exactly. Yep. I look every day.
Yeah.
I've killed one already.
Do you feel bad?
No.
Yeah. No, he does not.
I feel bad when I think about it later.
Insects, any insect. I don't even fuck about the ones that do good for our environment. Fuck insects, bro. I don't fuck with them.
What about like a ladybug?
Nope.
What about bees? Bees do great.
I smack the shit out of bees when they get in my way. Carpenter bees, digging holes and shit. I'll be sitting there. Boop.
What
about honey
ladybug though? Like you kill what about lightning bugs?
I don't. Okay, no. I don't necessarily kill bugs now. I kill spiders if they're in the house. I don't kill anything out the house usually.
Dude,
wasp is a different story. I kill a wasp outside.
You ever have toads?
No.
You never have toads like
a toad infestation?
You ever see like a toad walking around?
What about slugs?
Wait a second. Are y'all battling toads out there?
No, but what I'm saying, I'm asking. Here's what's fucked up about toads, and it's not cool to do this, but I discovered it on accident. If there's a toad,
before you get started, is it something we're gonna get charged with later on down the road?
The toad.
Okay, yeah.
There's no laws against toads.
You said slugs a second ago, and I killed a slug one time. Felt really fucking bad about it.
Yep. I did too.
I salted it, and I felt terrible immediately.
So did I. I was like, "Oh, salt," and I was like, "What?" Okay, so let me explain this story.
No, I was going on my toad story.
Yeah, go ahead with your toad story.
If you take a beer, the bottle cap or whatever, like how you crack the beer open. What's that the tab of a beer or a soda, whatever? The tab that you open up it up with. Take it off, throw it in front of the toad will fucking eat it, and he'll keep eating them. I had one that ate like 10. I don't think he's lived. I don't think he's gonna live much longer.
Jordan, one of these nights we're gonna have to crack beers and find a toad and just throw them.
I don't
like a bug or a fly, so their natural reaction is to get it with their tongue.
I'm not around toads like this. I don't.
Well, find a fucking toad, dude.
I guess so, bro. I'm not around fucking toads.
And then before you tell your story, I did want to say I got a hairspray and I put it on a spider's web. And he couldn't even move anymore. He was like stuck with hairspray.
All right, so all our listeners, I would just want to apologize on the behalf of the loud spot that Sebastian loves to torment insects.
I don't do it anymore. I was drunk and I was like, "What the fuck? He's not eating them for?" I never did it again. Dude. I will never do it again.
So back to the slug thing, and Jordan can probably contest this. We hear that salt stops us. So we were living in Illinois, and every morning we saw all these little snail marks throughout the whole living room and the whole kitchen. And we had carpet in the kitchen. Don't ask me why. There was like a thin carpet in the kitchen, but there was carpet in the kitchen. And I was like, what is this? And I found out it was slugs coming in through the back door area that I had my office in. So I decided, you know what? I know how to stop slugs. Salt. So not necessarily true because you have to salt before they come in. And so in the middle of in the morning, I saw literally about probably 6 or 7 slugs. And I just started salting the shit out of them. And I watched them all bubble up, those kind of things. And I feel really bad that I killed these slugs because they weren't doing anything bad. They were just being slugs. Yeah.
They don't tell you when you salt them, they die excruciating deaths.
Excruciating. Excruciating. I think I heard them on top of that. I was like, ah.
if you give Alka-Seltzer to like a seagull or one of those birds, if they're gonna die, dude,
rice. You can make them explode by feeding them rice.
You can make them explode by. See, you know what? We're just telling people how to kill things.
Exactly.
Now.
I cut tonight's itinerary from the whole Minecraft and people acting up at Minecraft because I thought it would be like the Tide Pods.
And then we were talking about fucking killing animals and cops raping fucking.
Don't listen to us, everybody.
Having a good time about it. That's fucked up. You know, you guys are two fucked up individuals over there.
Yeah, slugs are so, dude. It's so sad, dude. They're just like fold up and just. It's so terrible. It's so bad.
Let's take a look at our last song right now here on the last one.
Sorry, everyone. Shout out to Allborn. It is Allborn, not Alborn, but I think it should be Alborn. Anyways.
Yeah, I think it's Allborn, but yeah, it's one of those things where.
Have you guys seen Allborn's funny videos on their Facebook? Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I think Sam brought that up. And shout out to Juggalo6291 for always joining and commenting on our live.
Thank you, guys.
That guy needs a T-shirt, man. I got Jordan's T-shirt right here. Actually.
Yeah. Jordan's T-shirt.
Oh, I have his address on there. Hold on, I have the address.
Yeah.
Someone can just pause it and put the address on there.
He's in Greenville, South Carolina. Finally, you can find. Actually, which reminds me, Jordan, I had a Uber family, a husband and wife, and they from Greenville. I was like, I don't know his family's restaurant. You probably eaten there. I said, but he might have pissed in your shit.
No, definitely not. Not at the Clock.
No,
that's the one restaurant I've worked at since it's my family's name. I would never.
We need to do something in South Carolina near where Jordan lives. We can go there, eat at the restaurant. In fact, we will eat at the restaurant every day.
And just say how bad it is.
But do you have anything healthy?
No, I'm just kidding. We got like grilled chicken salads and stuff.
Okay.
Grilled chicken sandwiches.
That's not healthy.
You got broccoli?
Yeah, it's pretty healthy.
You got broccoli?
No.
Okay. We're still supposed to go to Australia to visit Will and all those guys.
Well, they need to buy our tickets. That's just expensive.
No, we'll just do it, and we'll just save.
I want there to be tariffs flying out of here.
Probably they're like Puerto Rican tariff. Boom.
Hey, all these fucking tariffs, man.
You're getting hit with it.
What are we talking about now? Oh, dude. Oh my God. We only got a couple minutes left. We're gonna end the show on this. Squibbler AI. What it does is it writes a So if you want to be an author, you put your ideas into this AI, and it writes a book for you. That's fucking stupid. You're not even an author.
You're
a non-author. You just AI. You can't say you're a published author because a fucking AI thing did it.
Hold on. Jordan just said you can write your song into.
Writes all your songs too. That's how I write all my Redefine songs.
That takes a human element out of all this shit.
Right.
That's all. That's all AI is.
When you hear a song or you fucking read a book, it might not have even been a human that did. They got fucking AI lawyers now, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
I want an AI lawyer. I'll take an AI. I mean, I don't need a lawyer, but if I need a lawyer,
I
might need a lawyer
after
tonight's Toad story. I don't know.
You might get an AI. So, Sebastian, you made fun of me. It said Sam has a job. Yeah, like he's had a job, everything in this industry, and I've done a lot of things in the world. And the only thing I've never done fast food. I've never done like fries or. Yeah, but I've been pretty close to it.
I think in your 40s, everyone's done a little bit of everything. I mean, I've worked at Subway. I've worked at a car wash.
Right.
I've been a landman. I've worked at.
I've never done landman stuff, obviously, but
landman.
Landman.
I was a bookkeeper
sounds like the worst superhero ever.
I worked at a school for a little tiny bit. I was a landman. Anyways, we gotta get the fuck out of here because I don't want to edit this. I got shit I gotta do tomorrow, so we're ending the show right now.
Yeah, so the whole AI thing, I think the problem with the AI that I have
the show right now.
No, Sebastian, we're at 58 minutes.
I'm not gonna play the outro song.
I know, but we still had a whole intro.
Okay, go.
No. So the whole thing with the AI thing in general, you're right. We take out the human element out of all this, and that's what people actually still need to this day. Except for Jordan back there puffing on his THC pen.
Hey, this is AI. It's not real.
Okay. We gotta go. That's all the time we got. Sam, I do agree with you. Peace out.
Follow.
Much love. Listen to Redefined.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with some Sebastian. Does nothing short of tragic have us back again? Does everything that's good really have to end? A pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.